Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this opportunity to speak in this assembly. This assembly who has now to decide the survival or the death of my community.
One of the world's worst humanitarian crises struggling for attention.
De 3,5 millions de réfugiés fuient la violence et l'insécurité alimentaire.
Los habitantes se encuentran sin salida, atrapados entre la sequía y el terrorismo.
As the desert gains ground, can the vanishing lake and its people be saved?
Chad as country, it's a very vulnerable place. We are the door of the desert. Climate change impacts more indigenous peoples than other communities because their life depends from the environment. The brook is our supermarket, it's our pharmacy, it's our energy, it is our water point. It's everything for us. And if this ecosystem is getting extended, that means our life is getting extended. So that's all the life of indigenous peoples everywhere in the world. The cattle come in, but it's not good for us. That's the crazy thing. It's the same water that the cattle drink, that the people also drink. So the people have to go the other side around to get water. That's the shocking part. Climate change already is a big drama in our life, but it's impacted more women and children because those are using the first resources. It makes me so hungry for my people. Just to get this kind of water for drinking in this 21st century, this world is not here. They have no other alternative for them life. Rande? And it's the women who are in charge of the food in the communities. When the milk is not enough, it's the women who sacrifice themselves by giving the food first to the children and the old peoples, and the man before to eat the last. Those women are incredible solution makers. They cannot wait for the man to come back home after 3 or 9 months to eat. They innovate, they found the water, they found everything to feed them children. By the time that man come back home, they already surviving. They are the survivor. They are the really keepers of the tradition and of the communities. And that's why They are the best one who can build the solution. You cannot build the climate solution without including the women, without listening from the women. I own a lot to my peoples because I learned by independent women. They are the one who made me. Yeah. I grew up between two lives. When I went to school with my mom, I stayed in the city. And during each break of the school, I go back to my community. If I didn't went to school, I may have a different life. The girls of my age have not only kids, but they have a grandchildren already. Them life is really beautiful. They are enjoying them life because they have children, they have grandchildren, but they cannot fight for all the communities. Going to school enabled me to fight for the indigenous peoples because I can understand what others are saying, what they are writing. I was really lucky because my mom is a brave woman who decided 30 years ago, fighting her own community and my father's community, to send her girls to school. Salam alaikum. Uncle, ça va? More. Onanga gasa man to sali o berna o woka o foda ko wadi gasa man mora ta ko o fiam mi do don kam do fam o fiam do wore ma o danga ka chatar o del ko men So this is my mom. This mom, I admire her because this is my inspiration. This is my hero. Yes. Our hero. She's the one who tell me, if you went to school, you can be the one who will defend the right of others who are violent, and how to live in harmony with our culture, our environment. Gam an on a yaari namin école min jangi nden nden min gaɗata ɗum yimɓe addam fu noy num ɗa jon noy darɗa ɗum jonta walla leydi kam maaki banni kam ɗum keɓanni e ndenon kam noy giiɗa min jonta noy darɗa ɗum jonta banni kam tam maaki no mi ɗon nonuma seeɗa kam ta ko allah waɗi ɗum dam jotta kam yimɓe wanna jotta kamɓe ko nda ɓe laari ɓe miccitake ko ɓe bonnunoɓe yannoɓe am ɗon mettinami ɓerɗe miccitake na naawi ɓe jotta kam ko goɗɗo dañi ɓinguel dewe nda bandiraɓe men ɗo goɗɗo dañi jowo ɓiɓɓe rewɓe ine mara ɓe waɗa ɗon ɓeam ɗon ɗo nda hindu amin bona debbo ɗon masallo ɗuma jemmasini Monsieur le ministre, merci de nous avoir reçus en tant que ministre de l'Environnement et aussi un nomade, si je peux me permettre, mon frère. C'est ce qu'on veut et puis on compte vraiment sur vous.
Le couloir actuel, il date des années 50. 60.
Exactement.
C'est-à-dire maintenant, il y a plus de villages qu'avant.
Oui.
Maintenant, on va essayer de délocaliser les couloirs de transhumance.
Alors là, on travaillera ensemble dans ça pour voir qu'est-ce qui sera optimal pour les communautés. Les prix que j'ai gagnés sur l'environnement, moi, je les avais dit, je vais les investir dans la cartographie de la région de tous les transhumants pour qu'ils puissent avoir une carte bien claire de leur couloir de transhumance. Et là, j'aimerais bien avoir votre accompagnement là-dedans. Merci beaucoup, monsieur le ministre.
C'est moi, ça me réconforte. On a à l'extérieur une vision de quelqu'un qui connaît le milieu et qui peut nous dire que vous avez mal fait. Donc, c'est tout ça qui nous permettra, avec le temps, d'aller de l'avant et pour permettre à ces populations qui souffrent du changement climatique.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur le ministre.
C'est moi qui vous remercie.
Je vous remercie énormément, toujours. Indigenous peoples are not vulnerable. We become vulnerable. We become a victim of the climate change. But we are not only a victim, we are solution peoples. Indigenous peoples protect 80% of the world biodiversity. As the earth is as big, indigenous peoples can fix it. Those traditional knowledge that we know from generations by living in harmony with the nature will be the world savior. Alaji hammani kawu kam to nde ummi pat don jodoto tema daga baba kawu fu nde ummi do ande kam toppi be jodoto yo ko wadi. But we cannot fix it if our rights are not respected, if our land is not protected, if we do not access to these basic resources that we want to keep the balance in this nature. Kadi bo safti be marti ladde kambe do coranane wodbe to be corana wodbe bo be corana mawbe marbe to hambe majum bo be ngara to be ta'i ladde on pota e bolwon. Our knowledge are oral. We transfer our knowledge through generation. So that's why for us, if one of our elder person passed away, is the library that you cannot recover. So one of the solutions for me is using the 3D participatory mapping. It's to use the memory of our ancestors to get recovered. To nde kartewol ngol timmi an yoɓata na i ñaama caalo na ka kam ka meeɗay yo nde laawol maako. The map is 100% built by the community with the science-based knowledge.
Millions of people depend heavily on the natural resources of Lake Chad. Over the past 50 years, climate change has seriously impacted the region and the communities that depend upon it for water, leading to increasing conflict in the region. One solution? to bring pastoralists, farmers, and community members together to share ancestral knowledge and spatial information, as well as the challenges they face, in order to create a shared tool that considers the needs of all, a participatory, three-dimensional map. This inclusive process allows everyone's voice to be heard and fosters common goals based on cultural identity and the need for sustainable management. Thanks to the models and maps created, community representatives and local authorities can understand the issues and make informed decisions that can help contribute to growth and conflict management.
Yago am lewru salindu mi gidudo be president onni. President debi on mi gidudo be mako. Hunduko am be nofru mako. O winde on jahan gadon ni president umrima. Ngada be lenyol ma. Min do mi fotay mi wi'a mi wallatama. To no dum wadi pat ngad on en gadan dum. Ni o wi. To Kajimmi caka meɗen kam to ko woodi ko giɗɗon wiigo
ok imaka amin on nani belɗum garol maako mbi'onka yowa a o wi'ey ka noon tan o dilla o wi'i on ka ba dilla to ɗon
no jaren to min kam mi timmini
Allah waddu kugal Allah waddu kugal Allah waddu to na
When I was a little girl, I'm always challenging myself to do something that the others they didn't. So I was dreaming to drive an airplane, to land it to my community and to tell them that it's possible. Even being a woman is possible, you can do it. I'm always telling them, do you think that I have a big muscles? I don't have them, but I have my brain. You can make yours work maybe better than mine. Go to school, and then you will be the master of your life. The nomadic pastoralists are the guardian of nature. For centuries, we live in harmony with Mother Earth. For us, we are all hiring this nature. We are not there forever. You can stay 100 years, but one day you will pass away, and you need to leave this land to another generation that are coming. That's why we are using these resources on a very equitable way. For us, it is our way of life. That's why we keep this lifestyle. It's who we are. We used to live in harmony with the nature. But now, it's becoming our enemy. Why are we getting this extreme weather, even in developed countries, because they do not respect the environment. They have to understand, as human beings, we are only one species of the nature. And if we are using these resources more than each other species, we are breaking the balance. And that's exactly what's happening now. So it's the time that they come and learn from our wisdom. The solution, we can find it only when we can live with this nature. The best engineer is nature. He can recover himself. So we must learn from it. These little ants, they are so important to predict the weather. When they come out, they start building them home. The year that they build it very up, that means the rain season will be very heavy with a lot of flood. And if they didn't build it up, that means the rain season will not be flooding them home. So this shows us how we can move, how far we can go during the year. As long as we have the ants, as long as we have the flowers, the trees, the wind, we can continuously doing our prediction of weather and our planning for adaptation. But if we didn't combat the climate change, we will lose this knowledge. At the community, when you have the first baby born, you just stay in the place until the 7-day celebration before to take up the camp and go to the next place. Dada baby? On finita? Hindou. Welcome, baby. Ayala. Welcome, baby. This innocent angel coming this world. And then when you get people just like polluted all this planet, for you, little baby, I will fight to keep this place. is a poor country. We are the most impacted by climate change. We have 10 years to change it. 10 years is nothing. We need to act all together, and we need to act right now. My people can't wait. They're really not time. In this summit in New York, I met the General Secretary of the United Nations. I meet many important people who take the decision in this world. And I told him that it's much difficult when you know people who are supposed to take the decision, who have to set up a new plan of development of the world, and who have this power to do it, who do not take it. My people back home struggling just to get water, fighting, killing each other to access the shrinking resources. In which planet are we? Are we really feeling the same emergency? We have to protect each other as one species of the nature. Environment crisis, climate crisis is a humanity crisis. Finally, they have to hear from us.
I now would like to welcome to the lectern Miss Hindou Oumarou Ibrahim from Chad.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, climate change is adding poverty to poverty every day. Migration is challenging for rich countries, but it's a tragedy for those who are left behind, for those women and children who have to stay and fight back consequences of climate change on their own. We fight for survival. In Paris, you give us hope, but now it's time to change your hope into promise. Excellencies, if you do not increase finance for adaptation, soon there will be no one to adapt.